And I grew up back home playing for the local team, played AAA hockey, graduated, went to major junior in the OHL, played 3 years in Erie. We had a Saturday night game that was in Erie at home, and one of our goalies went down, and I was actually hurt all year that year. Never played one game. I think it was beginning of March, and we traveled with one goalie to Niagara on a Sunday, and the coaches kind of let me know that, I'm down as a backup goalie, but nothing's going to happen, so don't worry about it, but we have to have someone down on the game sheet. So I was up in the stands. I just finished doing treatment, and I was just watching the game.
2.28 goals against average as Sadikov gets wiped out by Alex Friesen after a hard shot, and Sadikov is down and out. And Ed, the fact that Erie does not have a backup goaltender is going to come into play here.
When I see him go down, I kind of started looking around saying, okay, Sadie, get up, you're fine. And a couple minutes went by, and I'm like, this guy's not getting up. I got a call from the GM at the time, Sherry Basson, and he just said, listen, you better get down to the room and start getting ready.
We see some Erie Otters coming down the tunnel right now, and this is the mystery as to who is the Erie goaltender.
Oh my gosh, can hardly skate.
And he's wearing Connor Crisp's jersey.
That actually, I think, is Crisp. It's going to be interesting to see how he does.
So the backup goalie's gear that I was going to wear was too small, so we actually undressed the starter, and I used his wet, sweaty gear. And our assistant coach at the time was pretty much getting me dressed. I had no idea. Put my pads on, showing me what to do. They wouldn't let me wear player skates because they said I was going to break a foot if I took a shot off my foot. So I wore skates that were 3.5 sizes too small. Couldn't walk after the game. It was a nightmare getting dressed. That was probably the hardest part of the whole process. I thought it was a joke, to be honest with you. I was kind of laughing with the guys, playing around with the guys a little bit. Started taking some warm-up shots. Then as soon as I took the first shot in game action, I think your competitiveness kind of takes over.
Good kick save made by Connor Crisp.
That's a big save.
Booted it all the way out beyond the blue line.
And a controlled rebound.
The first 2 periods were well. I think the score was 4-2 after the second period, and I was in the locker room, and I was telling the guys, I'm like, hey, listen, if we win this game, this is going to go down in history. And the guys in the other locker room must have gotten a little bit of trouble because they came out firing, and everything they shot went in. I mean, I didn't have a chance on anything. But the first 2 periods were really well. We ended up losing 13-4, and I think I made 34 saves. So, I mean, I think I did pretty well. And I think that year we won maybe 9 games. And we're playing the first place team in the league. So I ended up getting first star of the game. At the end of the game, the opposite team came down, gave me props. Honestly, the whole time I was skating off the ice, the fans were standing up. The building was packed. It was awesome. They were really good about it. I mean, overall, it was a good experience, and at the end of the day, I had fun, but it was difficult.